Come on in. Did you finish all that coffee already?
That's good stuff.
Ready?
Good morning.
Morning.
How you guys doing?
Yes, sir.
Good thing it was empty. I have come back. Oh, and I wore my shirt this time. Okay. Because of the way I had to leave, which was, as we know, not of my choice. I did my Monday class, my Tuesday class, and then I was taken ill, and I'm not allowed back, which is why I'm here. They told me I couldn't come back. That Tuesday, my last day, I went home preparing to come back the next day, and that evening ended up in the hospital. And the result of that was they discovered, and we're going to go back. Y'all do know I have cancer, right? I think I didn't mention that early on. I'm stage 4 metastatic, and that is the day we discovered 3 very large tumors in my brain. So it's moved up into the wasteland. And for some silly reason, I'm not allowed to drive anymore. It's because you got brain tumor. You know, and I've seen some of you people drive. And I don't think it's fair. But I'm not allowed to work anymore. I'm not allowed to drive. I'm allowed to go to radiation every day and get nuked. My speech is not what it was because of the area one of the tumors is in affects it, and I'm being radiated every day. So my short-term memory is pretty much fried. I remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but what I did this morning is pretty much gone already, kind of thing. But I wanted to come talk to y'all one last time. This is not for you, okay? This is for me. Because this is the way I wanted to go. You know, I thought I had retire, not go. But retire.
Please don't go.
I'm not going. No, I'm not going to go. I refuse to. I refuse to. Wednesday, my wife and I, after the hospital, my wife and I spent all day with doctors, tests, and all this other stuff. And when we got done, we went and we sat down with the doctor. The doctor sat there and he said, "Wendell," he said, "I know you. I've been treating you for 16 months. 16 months ago, I was diagnosed. 16 months ago, they had told me I had maybe a year left to live. 16 months ago." And that Wednesday, that doctor looked at me and he said, "I'm sorry, 6 months." And my response this time was the same response I had last time. That's your damn opinion. But it doesn't apply to me. I'm not going anywhere. I refuse to. I may get hit by a bus, but I'll be damned if I'll die of cancer. It ain't going to happen. So, my life has changed drastically. I came in here with full faith that I would be with you guys all semester. That was my plan. I was not planning for this, of course. So, because of the way I left, I need this for me. And it's not closure, it's what I want to do. And they can't fire me, so I can say any damn thing I want to in my last lecture. What are they going to do? Shave my head and take away my birthday? So, I came to share a few things with you today. It has nothing to do with history. It has everything to do with me, and it has a lot to do with you. And if you leave here today and you don't carry any of it with you, it's your fault. Since my memory's fried, I have to write crap down. Any of y'all know how long I've been here?
20 years.
I know.
24 and a half.
24 and a half years I've been. You know, the amazing thing is I walk in here and I look around these classrooms and they're not a heck of a lot different from what they were 24, 25 years ago. But the thing that gets me is the number of students that I've seen in my classes go through here. You know, I taught 7 to 8 classes per semester, every semester, for 24 and a half years. I've seen a few of y'all. Quite a few. And every semester, I could stand up here and I could look at it and I could see a brand new sea of faces. People I'd never laid eyes on before, and I thought, fresh meat. New people to abuse. I think y'all know me well enough already to know I'm not particularly sensitive or politically correct or any of that garbage. But what I have harbored and what I have kept all these years is at the bottom a heart for you guys. I have loved every minute I've been in this classroom. And to be thrown out because of a little crapper like cancer just pisses me off, because it takes me away from y'all. But the last 16 months have taught me a great deal about myself, since I have no ego. It's difficult. All of you, and I'm including those of you who this semester is the very first time you've ever taken my class. Y'all helped save my life. I could not have kept going without you. And I look back over the last 24 and a half years, and my wife made me get a Facebook page. I did not do it voluntarily. Okay. But I look back over these years, and I look now at my students who are texting me and sending me messages on Facebook. I have students all over this world. You know, I'm not going to go down in the history books yet. But I've got students all over this world. And I'm getting messages from them saying a lot of good things about me. I think I really had them snowed well. But I've spent my entire career doing this, and I have been honored to do it because of y'all. And like I've said before, you know, the fact that they pay me to read books and run my mouth, I find absolutely amazing in the first place. But I want you to think about some things. I have a hard year coming up. I have to finish radiation treatments. They're nuking my brain. Then I've got to go back into chemotherapy for 6 months. Crap hurts. Then we got to see what happens after that. There is no guarantee as to what's happening. After I was put in the hospital with these stupid things, my wife and I had a very long conversation on the back patio. And my Sarah Lynn looked at me and said, you have to do something you have not, that you've refused to do. And I had refused this. She said, I need you to write it out for me. In the last 16 months, I said, I'm not going to do that, because to do that means I see an end. But the situation being what it was, she said, I want you to sit down and write it out for me. So I sat down at the computer the next morning, and I wrote out all of it. And at first I was sitting there, and you're hovered. You know how it is when y'all try to write a paper and everything. So where the hell do I start? Do I have an idea? And I sat there for a few minutes, intimidated by that keyboard. And then I just typed in my name, and I put in the date of my birth, and a dash, and a blank. And then I wrote my own obituary. You have no idea how much fun that can be. You know why?
Say anything you want to say.
I said what I wanted to say. Exactly. And I said it the way I wanted it to say, and I have a guarantee from my 3 sons and my wife that the damn thing's going in just the way I wrote it. My way. I spent an entire morning talking to funeral homes. That's weird. It's just weird. And I discovered that you can't trust funeral directors even any more than you can politicians. But I finally got what I wanted. And I took care of it. Wrote down all the instructions. My wife has to do nothing. I'm not leaving that woman to deal with that. So I did all of it. I've written letters to everybody I want to write letters to. It can be liberating. You get it done, you get it said, you set it aside, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now I can go on and do things that I need to do to live for another 30 years or so. Because there are a lot of people out there I have not pissed off yet. And that's my mission in life. So I'm going to be hanging around. But it makes you think. There comes a time, you guys are at that age where you're immortal and indestructible, and except you're old like I am. The rest of it. And I understand that because I was the same way. But when you get up where we are, things look a little different. But I think it's easier to face now when you're looking at something like this. I never met a single individual in my life that I did not learn something from. You all know somebody who can teach you how not to treat other people? That's a lesson too. After a lot of thinking, I've discovered there's not a man or woman on this planet who speaks for God. You want to talk to God, do it yourself. No pope, no preacher, no none of them. Speaks for God. That's up to you. You should spend a few minutes occasionally in the backyard in the chair with your head tilted back, just looking up in the sky. There's a lot of stuff out there. Then your mind wanders off and gets weird, and it can be really good. Dignity is highly overrated, people. Trying to be dignified puts you in a box. I have an iPod. I have good music on mine. 1960s. It's the good stuff. I'm standing in the kitchen one day last week, minding my own business, cleaning up the kitchen. And I was listening to In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Anybody know that one?
Oh, yeah.
All the old people know that one. The rest of you, check it out. It's some good stuff. And behind that came on, She's a Brick House. And while I am entirely too white to dance properly, I'm standing there in front of the sink washing dishes, and all of a sudden I'm singing and dancing in the kitchen. And I reach back to get something from the stove, and there stands my 16-year-old son. And my wife. Just amazing. Busted. Screw the dignity. Have a good time. That's what it's all about. What is family? This is not a rhetorical question. You know I don't ask those. What's family?
Family's everything.
Sir?
Family's everything.
All right, but who is it?
People who stick with you.
People who stick with you. Family is not biologically determined, people. I've got a lot of family. Some of them I've had to throw out, and they're the ones related by blood, no less. Hey, really? I have. You carry your ass away. But you know what I've discovered about people? Even, here, I've been here a long time. I've seen a lot of people come and go. But since this has happened to me, I have seen people who go out of their way for me that I never thought would do that. I can't drive. Damn it. And I've seen y'all. But I had people come pick me up, carry me to radiation, carry me to doctors, carry me to Walmart, carry me on beer runs. That's the hardest part. All right, now we're talking. You quit preaching and gone to meddling when I can't drive for a beer run, and who will take nothing in return. I get cards at the house with no name on, with money in it. I couldn't clean my office. And it's not because I was physically unable. I emotionally could not go in there and clean my office out. And my family here has done that for me. And then brought it all up to Crestview. So I wouldn't have to do that. I got people coming out of woodwork. I keep a day planner now for my lunch engagements. My dance card is full. Remember, and I think I've told every class already this, the truth about professional politicians. Have we done that? 99.9% of them have the intellectual depth of a lizard's piss puddle. And Diogenes is still looking for an honest one. Just keep that in mind, especially in election years. For all of these years, I've sat in these rooms And I've done what I do. I love what I do. Love every minute of it. And now I have to leave it. But I have looked at you guys all of these years. Y'all know what I see? Now, what do you think I see from up here? Not a rhetorical question. What do you think I see from up here?
Future of America.
Yeah.
A bunch of blank faces.
Huh?
A bunch of blank faces.
No, not at all. Yeah, the future of America thing, it scared the hell out of me on Sunday. But when yes, Alex?
The next generation of the world, period. It's not just America.
Yeah, it's the whole shooting match. But what I do and what I've tried to do all of these years is when I look out here, I don't see a group. I try never to see a group. When I look out here, I see individuals. Some of you I know better than others. I've been putting up with Alex for years.
Yes, sir. Yeah, ever since the Cleveland High School.
I know. But I'll hold it against you. I see individuals, and in each one of you I see a great deal of possibility and opportunity and ability. I have decided in my life, in the situation that I'm in, that I may well have cancer. And cancer is just something that happens. I had a woman walk up to me in the Publix parking lot and, "Oh, Wendell, I'm so sorry. I hate that." And then she said, "But God gave you cancer for a reason." And being Wendell, before I could think, I stopped and I looked down at this nice lady and I said, "Yes. God woke up that morning, bored, and said, I'm going to screw with Wendell." And I'm paraphrasing what I said to her. I got about that. Backed away slowly and ran screaming into the night. God did not give me cancer. Cancer is something that happens in the natural world. Some retard cell did its thing. And I am where I am. It is what it is. And it's nothing else. But it's not something I can't fight. It's not something I can't defeat. I refuse to submit to cancer. Like I think I've said before, I may get run over by a bus, but I'm damned if I'm going to die of cancer. It's not going to happen. I will not allow it. So, looking at y'all all these years, and seeing your faces as individuals, as what you are, I will tell you this. I have looked and seen the best. I know some of you have flaws, some big ones, but you're young. You'll get over it. But I've seen the good in all of you, in all of these years. I know what you're capable of. And I know you can do it. There's only one thing that keeps you from doing it, and that's going to be yourself. But I know you can do it. I have faith in that. I believe in that. And it would genuinely, and I mean truly, break my heart to see any of you give up, to see you submit, to see you surrender to me. It really would. Because I have more faith in y'all than that. And I believe in you. We only had 3 weeks together, most of us. But I can tell. And I can see it. Well, y'all are sitting in here, and I'm sitting here, and I'm looking back, and I'm seeing damn near 25 years of kids sitting in here. I don't remember names anymore, but I see faces all of it. And I've seen the things they've accomplished, and I know that you can too. I'm proud to have been here. I'm proud of the years that I put in this place. The people that came through my classes. I'm proud of you, and I thank you. I don't know if I already said it, because I can't remember what I said at the beginning. You guys helped save my life. Because I had this to look forward to. I knew I could come back here. Gave me strength. Gave me courage. All of it. And all those little shadowy faces back behind the wall for all those years. So I am forever in your debt for that. There are 3 rules that I had. I wrote them down and I put them in boldface too, so I wouldn't forget. Treat everybody exactly the way you want to be treated. The old golden rule, I don't care how you word it, it works. Do it. Second, love fiercely. I like to say, I don't love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. There's a difference. Love fiercely like that. And last, I know you won't be surprised at this. Do your own damn thinking. Don't let anybody else do it for you. Because you are perfectly capable of doing it yourself. And if you don't, what does that make you? Idiot. Moron. Short bus. All that good stuff. I'm going to miss this something fierce. My wife told me the other day, she said, I wish you would stop lecturing the damn dog. But she's a captive audience. She's 12 years old. She just lays there. You know, she's not going anywhere. I can tell her anything I want. My year's going to be hard. Hopefully not as hard as last year. Last year, you know when you can tell when your medications are really off? When you're sitting there listening to your iPod and George Thorogood comes on singing Bad to the Bone, and it just gets you right here. And you start crying. That's weird. You know? But, I'm going to miss y'all. I'm going to miss these rooms. I, however, have never written with a purple pen. I had one here one day, and oh hell no, you don't. I went all the way back over there and got me a blue one. You're in good hands with Mr. Lane. We've been friends for a long time. He's a good man. His attitude's pretty close to mine. Not deep, but. And if I hear anything bad, I will go back in the mainframe and change all of your grades. Because I still have a password. But I've had a good run at this part of my life. It's over now. Well, as that last class tomorrow, it'll be over. And it's time to move on to other stuff. Beat the hell out of cancer. I got a new t-shirt, by the way. I didn't wear it today. It's to-do list. Beat cancer. That was already checked. And then below that it says, take over the world. I still have my ambitions. Bottom line is, and you can take it for what it's worth, you can believe it or not, because it's true. And I mean it. I love every one of you. Not that way. But you know what I mean. I leave here, and I've done it all of these years. My students all carry a piece of me with them. Whether they know it or not, whether they like it or not, they carry a piece of my heart with them wherever they go. And you'll do the same. And I thank you, and I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. And always will be. Thank you. I'm leaving.